Good evening, Norcom fans, and welcome to another edition of Sports Talk with Rags here in Season 4, Episode 66. And tonight, here we are joined here by a friend and a great guest, the head football coach of your varsity Norcom Greyhounds, Anthony Hawkins. Hawk, how you doing this evening?
Doing well, Rags, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. I love your show.
Well, thanks. I certainly appreciate it, and let's let's talk there. What's going on High Street? A great season here for Greyhounds football.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're working, man. It's a constant grind. It's a constant grind. Changing the culture back to how it used to be, how it's supposed to be. At IC Norcom, historic IC Norcom High School. Uh, you know, the kids have bought in. The class of 25 are the guys that I came in with. They're getting ready to graduate now. So these guys are, they have that culture in which I instilled in them and brought back to Norcom, the Greyhound culture, football culture. So those guys are really have bought into that, and they're showing that by example in their play, in their gameplay.
Yes, and I know that we're around the same age, so definitely Southeastern District was Chesapeake and Portsmouth. Now
Right.
Portsmouth is with the Norfolk schools there in the Eastern District. So not only have your kids brought in to your leadership, but then also here with Eastern District schedule to put out a full 10 game schedule. I see that you started out on the road non-conference against Grafton, and you even went across the high rise and played Oscar Smith here to start off the season.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, well, we did. The thing was, it was chess, not checkers. Everything is strategic that I do. So, other than Grafton, our out of district schedule was pretty tough. It was pretty tough with the likes of Oscar Smith, number 3 in the state, and Thomas Jefferson from Richmond. They're number 1 in their area and number 2 in the state in Division 3. So it was and of course Maury is in our district.
Right,
So
right.
and Granby had the season that they had. So we really had a tough schedule that really getting us prepared and ready for this postseason in which we're in now. So our guys are ready to go. They have played the best, seen the best skill set, coaching, things of that nature, scheme, and things of that nature. So we're primed to go, ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, and the thing is I know that Maury and Granby, they're in y'all's district, but even another school, that's part of the Eastern District, and that you guys hosted them to kick off November here is with Coach Sawyer and Lake Taylor coming on over, and that was the celebration of Norcom's homecoming.
Correct. So yeah, homecoming, man. Homecoming is a big thing at Norcom. Is a historic thing, but now it has gotten bigger and it's getting better every year. It's starting to elevate the energy. I love it. The energy, the same energy I'm trying to push at the school. As far as with everything, the whole culture, the whole culture change. You know, so this year, I mean, last year, well, I came in 2022. So I'm entering my third year. the homecoming has gotten bigger and bigger every year since I've been there. So it's a great thing to see. It's a great thing for the community. Community is a great thing for the school. It's a great thing for our program. So we're just building off of everything, embracing the success, embracing the energy, and and we're trying to give give the
Yeah.
city back what they've been missing.
Right. Yes, and the thing is you know the school here is and the home field is pretty much right next to where the former home of
Correct.
Norcom football was with Frank D when we were going through high school.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is right. Actually, the school is right where Frank DeLawrence Stadium was at. Is actually the school is sitting right there, and so yeah, it's definitely familiar stomping grounds. And these kids now don't even understand or know, the magnification of that whole part of Portsmouth and that we're on that they're playing at. You know.
Right, right, and the thing is I still, with working at the shipyard, I still refer to Norcom here as the new Norcom, but it's probably been open for 20 plus
20
years.
years. Yeah,
Yeah.
20 years were built in 99.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so after homecoming, which ended up being y'all's y'all's senior day, you guys, finished out the regular season with a great win against Booker T, and then it just springboard here right into the first round of the playoffs. You guys number 2 seed here in Group 3A, and for all the listeners out there, once the playoffs start, it's based on enrollment, and that's why Norcom is Group 3 and Maury and Granby, they're in Group 5. But Heritage, I know it's postseason, but it's definitely nice to have a home game, and then it's nice here to pitch a shutout there in the first round of the playoffs.
most definitely. It's most definitely nice to have a home game, play in front of your crowd,
Yeah.
play in front of your fans and family and things of that nature. But to set us up in this fashion of getting to the number 2 seed, that came from our schedule in which we played. We played some very tough teams that won. So our losses came to all undefeated teams at the time, and are
Right.
now three of those teams are 11-0.
Right.
And so the teams that we lost, they gave us a lot of points, a lot of points. But we played a really tough schedule, so that really prepared us along with the Eastern District teams that we played. So going into this first round with Heritage, there was a scrappy team, so therefore we knew we was going to have to come and execute, play physical, and play fast, in which we did. And we also have been playing without our stud, Matthew Allen. He's been out for the last 3 weeks, but he's
Okay.
coming back. He's coming back this week. He's going to be fresh,
Yes.
So we're very happy to have him back, and a couple of other guys. But so we're ready to make this run.
Yeah, yes, and the thing is with come the playoffs, everybody's 0-0, and they're
Right.
in Group 3, the 6th seed, knocked off the number 3 seed. So we got the Tab High School varsity football coming to P Town here this Friday night.
Yeah, you're right. But like I seen you and Rashad, you and Cooks show last week, and like you said, this the playoffs. It's
Right.
0-0. Everybody's 0-0. So everybody's mindset is we can win this one. Everybody's practicing hard. Everybody's optimistic about the next week. So you definitely can't overlook anyone. It's the playoffs. Every possession counts. it's a hard fought game. So you definitely have to be prepared. And that's what I tell the kids during the week is when you win. You have to start with preparation. Manifest that through preparation, which is your actions, and then you will manifest greatness. So that's what I tell these kids, man. And they have bought in, and we're working hard. Getting ready for a definitely a tough tab team that went into Hopewell and upset them. A very tough place to go and win. So that really opened my eyes, and just keeping my guys accountable to the task at hand, and that's to go 1-0 this week and handle our business against Tab, so we can get to practicing on Thanksgiving Day
Right.
and being ready for the regional championship.
That's right. Yes, and the other side of the bracket, you got number one seed Lafayette, that's hosting number four seed Colonial Heights. But and then also here, tell the listeners, what it's like here to not only get a head coaching job, but to lead a program that once you were a player, being a Norcom alum.
I mean, it's amazing, man. It's something that I would have never dreamt of, like, or thought about as far as me being a head coach here at Norcom, especially when I played there and walked the halls there at Norcom, and having a legendary coach like Coach Langston coaching, like,
Yeah.
stepping in the same path that he laid. That's monumental. That's monumental to me. So I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for this opportunity. Um, I'm taking it by whole every day, and just taking the necessary steps to help these young kids get to where they want to go in life and be successful through a positive mindset. So um, you know, Coach Langston taught me a lot, but like I said, I never thought I would be the head coach here at Norcom. So, I'm upholding this tradition, this legacy, this pride. It's in me. So it's not nothing like I have to try to act or
Right.
portray any type of. No, it's in me. It's passion. So when I'm talking to the kids, they can feel that energy, because that's what I am. I bleed that maroon and gray, and becoming a head coach. But as far as becoming a head coach, I learned so much from Coach Jackson, Coach Cook. I
Yeah.
learned so much, and I soaked in so much just by them, and seeing Coach Cook being his first time head coach and taking over a program that he once played football for. So it's kind of like the same thing as he did. And it was so hard for me to even, like, taking this job was hard at the time when I was at Western Branch, because of what was built to regain that resurgence back at Western Branch with Cook, and I learned the Western Branch pride, and it's so much similar to Norcom as far as the pride. You wouldn't understand that unless you were in it, and
Right.
and me being a coach there, I started learning the environment, learning the history, and it's a um really big pride thing there. So it's sort of like the same thing. The decision to come to be the head coach at Norcom was hard, because I know that next year those guys were the guys that I came in with: PJ Billups, CJ Frazier, Shamik Blizzard. They were freshmen. So I really, it was so hard for me to leave. It was so, if it wasn't Norcom, I
Right.
wouldn't have left. I wouldn't
Right.
have left at all, and we would have won the state championship the next year. I wouldn't have left.
Right.
But that's hindsight, and it was home. It was Norcom, um, and I'm glad. I'm grateful for Cook for you know bringing me on the staff, and me learning so much from him, and bringing that on to Norcom, and you know mixing a little bit of the recipe I learned from him, and Jack, and Archie. Three great men, family guys that I learned a lot from, and it really helped mold me to be, the coach that I'm transitioning into now, every day learning and continuing to learn, you know, um, because you never stop learning. So
And the other thing is, you bring up here with being part of Rashad's staff and, coaching, the offense here over at Western Branch. But, also here, I mean, you definitely mean those words because I know that people move on, go back to their high school, take a head coaching job, but nothing's like when it was all 4 zeros there at Manchester and Rashad, turns and he's like, "Hey team, let's give Coach Hawk a few words here to tell us." And I know that meant a lot here to have those kids that you were coaching, freshman, sophomore, junior, and the opportunity to go back to your high school. But here you were on a Saturday, drove here to support those kids when they were seniors at Western Branch and they were on their regional championship run.
most definitely, man. Those guys, I love those guys, man. I still talk to them to today.
Yeah,
Desmond Cook, Devin. I love those guys, man. PJ, CJ, Shamik, Broadbent,
yeah,
all those guys, man. Those the guys that I came in with, and I seen a couple of graduate, and it was hard for me to leave. But those guys came back the next year, and Cook and them did a great, awesome job as far as it leading them to the state semifinals. And they just ran into a buzzsaw
yeah,
with freedom, So, uh, but it was. Rashad has done an awesome job, man. Awesome job turning that program around, And those kids bought in, and they really brought into that Bruin pride. So it was a great experience, and it's a lifelong friendships that I
yeah.
gained with those guys. Coach E and Coach Duncan, and Teddy and all those guys. Uh, I just learned so much, man. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for those guys. Grateful
Yeah,
for them.
yeah, and then also, I know that you're teaching your kids to go 1-0 on the field, 1-0 in the classroom, 1-0 into the community, But what's the acronym of WIN that you have here with the phrase here around your program?
Okay, that statement win, man. That's it's not just for winning a game, winning a football game. It's not just for that. It's like you say, it's winning everything, but it's the acronym for whatever is needed through the commitment of excellence. So everything we want to do with the commitment of excellence. That's taking a test. That's just whatever you're doing to be successful, and having that positive mindset. That's what it is. Whatever is needed to be excellent.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And let's see. So, out of the pandemic, that GoFan.com's pretty much been the number one website here for all high school events. That's a charge. So, that's still the website that people need to go to come out there for Friday night's game here, regional semifinals, as you guys host Tab there on Friday night.
Yes, that's the link. All parents, family, friends. We want the whole city of Portsmouth out there representing this. I want that '90s nostalgia. I need that '90s nostalgia. Those kids need that. Where we used to sell the stadium out at 5:30, or you wasn't getting in.
Right.
We need that energy. We need that. We trying to bring it back. The kids are playing hard. They're staying out of trouble. They're gaining positive mindsets. So just come and support these kids, man. Regional semifinals against Tab, 7 o'clock Friday night, Joe G. Langston Stadium.
Right. Yes, and Tab, are they is that the Bay Rivers
Yes, they're in
they're
the Bay
in
River.
there on the peninsula?
Yes, they're in the Bay Rivers with teams like Lafayette,
Yeah.
Grafton,
Poston.
yeah, Pocosin. Yeah,
Right.
it's some good football played over there.
Right. Yeah, and I think Smithfield,
Yeah,
is also in there, but and Tab, I mean they have their tradition
correct,
with the
correct,
Kirby brothers, back in
correct.
the
Terry
day.
Slade too.
That's right, Chris Slade.
Yeah, Chris
So,
Slade.
but yeah, so how has this week been here at practice? Ready to ready to go, and let's see. I guess you guys got a walkthrough tomorrow, and then it's go to school tomorrow on Friday and tee it up there at 7.
Yes, sir. It's been a mindset of being locked in and focused since Sunday. Being
Right.
locked in. We went one Friday night, celebrated.
Yeah.
It's time to go back to work
Turn the
Saturday.
page.
Time to go back to work, watch film, break
Right.
down film, go from there as far as your game plan, installing your game plan, breaking that down, making sure the kids know what they're doing so we can execute every play at 110%. Make
Yeah.
sure the coaches know what the game plan is so we know what we're doing at 110% and everything comes together on Friday night and we're ready to go. So, these kids are locked in and focused, just trying to teach them how to win.
Right.
Learn how to win, practice great, have great practice habit, have a great mindset, watch film, carry yourself well in school, do what you need to do in the classroom. Just all those things with the win mentality, whatever's needed through the commitment of excellence. That goes for the community, the classroom, as well as on the football field. So
Right.
those kids, our kids, my kids know that most definitely.
Yes. Well, hey, Hawk. I mean, I've certainly seen the football team there progress here with your leadership here, with this being your third year there, and nothing but excitement here for y'all as last Friday. You guys took care of the opponent of Heritage, and now it's time to turn the page. And it's also nice to not have to get on a bus.
Correct.
Have another
Yes.
home game here in the
Yes.
playoffs.
It is. It's most definitely nice to be at home. You don't have to, go all through the other particulars to get things together to go on the road. So
Right,
you at home, you're comfortable, but you still have to stay balanced
right.
so you don't lose sight of the task at hand, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, well, hey, have a great walkthrough there tomorrow with practice before game day, and then you know go Greyhounds there on Friday night. And thanks again for coming on and sharing a little bit about this season here for Greyhound football.
And I appreciate you, Raz. You're having a great
Yeah.
show. Continue doing
Well,
what you're
thank
doing, man. I love what you're doing in the community.
All right, appreciate it. Yep, and we'll talk to you later. And go Greyhounds!
All right, yes, sir. Go Greyhounds.
All right.